Rolling in the deep.
Sing it, Adele.
Go ahead, Adele.
Get those pipes.
Yeah.
Never mind, I'll find someone that likes juice. Juice.
Okay.
Juice. I'm not trying to be another Kanye right now. No Kanye
What did
moment.
Kanye do?
We don't have to talk about it, but he just
Okay. We can talk about it after.
said some bad stuff about some people. Yeah.
That's bad.
Hey, everyone.
Welcome back to our show.
Yeah, our show. Yeah.
That's what we're calling it now.
Yeah,
I
our
think it's
show.
way more fun to say than podcast.
Yeah.
You're right.
Our
It is.
YouTube video. It's our show.
It's our
It
show.
is our show.
It
You're
is our
right.
show.
That's a good call.
Yeah. It's
Brooke.
November.
When you're right, you're right.
Yeah, you know, when you were right.
I'm always right.
Yikes.
When you're right, you're right.
And when you're wrong, you're wrong. But in this case, you're right that I'm right.
60% of the time, it works all the time. Every time.
Yes.
One of those. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I was saying is it's November.
Yeah. We are in November.
Happy November.
The time of pumpkin pie, turkey, or tofurkey if you don't like partaking in the animals.
Wrong. You're just wrong.
If you've ever had tofurkey, please
Tofurkey.
comment on whatever you're listening to or watching this on and let me know.
First of all, that just doesn't sound appropriate. Tofurkey? I don't know exactly what it sounds
How
like.
would you use that? Tofurkey.
In an inappropriate
in
way?
a derogatory
Tofurkey.
Derogatory.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Tofurkey.
You freaking tofurkey.
You listen here, Tofurkey. I don't know. It just sounds like it's something.
I just heard Clint Eastwood's voice in my head from Gran Torino. Get off my lawn, you tofurkeys.
Oh my.
Tofurkey. Yeah, and also, come on, like silliness on your part. If you have
Silliness.
I
If
don't-
you're
I don't agree.
vegan, we welcome you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna judge.
Jeremy will.
The ultimate judger.
Look, I don't.
Brooke and I went vegan for a good while, and I will say this: I went longer than Brooke did.
Tony has better self-control than me. And I just love food.
Yeah, I went vegan after I watched this whole thing about eating clean and going vegan on Netflix. And I tried it out. I felt good. It was hard. It's expensive to be vegan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would think it's the opposite. But man,
Yeah,
I ate a
so
lot of
expensive.
jackfruit. I ate a lot of
Tofu.
jackfruit that was turned into like taco meat.
We did have
Wow.
that.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It is
wasn't
kind of weird
bad.
though.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I ate a lot of tofu. I ate a lot of curry. With tofu and potatoes and
Rice.
Yeah,
rice.
that sounds pretty vegan.
Rice is rice.
Sounds pretty vegan.
I like
Yeah,
rice.
it wasn't fun, but I felt better.
I think I went vegan because, one, I watched that documentary, but two, I think I was just tired of eating meat. And then at some point, I was just ready to eat meat again.
But
Wow.
then you had the craving
Amazing.
for Korean barbecue.
I love Korean barbecue.
Korean barbecue, yes.
Yeah.
If you're
yeah.
in for an experience, you have to go with the three of us.
Yeah,
We
if
have
you-
the
if-
best Korean barbecue
If you wanna-
experiences.
If you want to go to Korean barbecue with us, just let us know. If you're in the Southern California area,
Yeah.
dude, hit us
Orange
up.
County.
Yeah.
Hit us up. Even if you're in LA County, just hit us up. We'll
Yeah.
make you
We're in
drive
that
all the way
Southern
out here.
California area.
Yes, we
We
will
like a
take
little
you to
road trip.
I will say this though.
Oh, yeah.
If it is your even if you have been to Korean barbecue with us, there is an initiation when it comes to having Korean barbecue with At least me and Jeremy.
I don't partake.
Brooke isn't down with
I
it.
stick
she's
to
not down.
brisket.
She's not down with the
She might be
sickness.
down with the sickness, but
Yeah.
not with the initiation.
She might be down with the sickness, but she is not down with the baby octopus.
Yeah,
Or the liver.
So there's the initiation has kind of grown.
Yeah.
You have a couple of choices, like baby octopus. I love taking it and just.
It's still moving.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it still moves. You can see it curl up when it goes on the grill.
It's not alive, but it's still just
But you know, it
moving.
jiggles. It doesn't fold.
my baby octopus don't jiggle jiggle. And then since the Liver King has emerged, we have included liver into that. Jeremy is currently
Yeah.
the Liver King out of us three.
I love it. I love
Yeah.
it. I tell them that I get more enjoyment out of it every time I eat it. And for me, I'm more of, you guys eat meat too. Tony is quite a bit of a meat eater, but I would say that my diet is more of a carnivore diet than most people that I know. I tend to consume more meat than most people.
Oh yeah. Well, you're the keto guy.
Yeah,
Tony's
so,
more of a meat eater.
Yeah.
it's true.
I love the meats.
I love the meats. I love all the meats. You know, any kind of meats.
Dark meat,
Dog meat,
white meat.
Oh my
white
gosh.
meat. Not prejudice.
All kinds of meat.
Liver has made its way onto
But
that.
liver is something else. Yeah.
Nasty.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
and then
delicious.
there's also something called intestines and honeycomb.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
Yeah. I love all the
No.
exotic stuff.
Now, here's what we don't eat at Korean barbecue generally. We don't eat poultry.
Yeah, no chicken.
No
'Cause
chicken. It
takes
takes
forever
too
to
long
cook.
to cook.
It takes too long and we're too hungry.
Yeah,
You
So-
don't know if it's, I mean,
guys, we don't play.
We don't play
Yeah.
around. We want our food. We want it now.
Yeah,
And we don't have time to wait around for the poultry to be at
I
a
like to
res-
cook chicken
fully
anyways.
uber cooked.
if we can do a Thor and take the plate of meat that they served us and just slam it on the ground and go another.
Yeah.
That's the way we play.
And that's how you know it's good. That's how we do it.
Bring me more bulgogi.
Yeah.
more bulgogi.
And
more
we also
brisket.
don't generally do seafood unless it's baby octopus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't
Although
do-
I
yeah.
did see the other day after I went to the restroom, I was walking back. I kind of spied on the other tables to see what they're eating.
Mm-hmm.
This family had a whole bunch of like oysters on there, and I was like, dude.
Oh.
But then again, I don't think I'd want oysters on that grill.
No.
I'd rather go to an oyster bar.
Yeah, I'd like to get just the fresh oysters. Those
Dude,
are good. I like
yeah.
that.
The
Like,
taste of the sea.
Another fine establishment that we like to frequent, Kick and Crab.
Ooh, kick and grab.
Now there's some oysters.
Twice
Oh
in my
man,
life.
There's some oysters,
no, it's the crawfish.
but the crawfish as well. I mean, that's the main attraction.
I've never
Peel the
seen
porridge.
two men eat so messy in my life.
I mean, there's only one way to do it.
It literally looks like a murder scene by the time we're done.
It's
There's like
so
bodies
gross.
all over the table.
Yeah.
Bodies
I've
all
got-
over the table.
I've got the crawfish heads like on my fingers,
Yeah.
you know, just hello everyone. Brooke hates it when I do that.
Do I,
I
have
put
a,
the
I think I
crawfish
have a video
heads
of you doing that.
and I go hello. Yeah, and then we've got like sauce all the way up to our elbows.
Yeah, all the way up, right? Because you have to reach in. If
Yeah.
you don't know, if you haven't been to Boiling Crab or Kicking Crab, they give you, fish by the pound,
Yeah.
and it's in this big bag filled with the sauce and the fish, and you have to reach into that bag. And the further you get down, all
Yeah.
the walls of the bag they coat your whole forearm.
Yeah, you get down and dirty in there.
And
Yeah.
so it's not like just your hands or your wrist. I mean, it is from the tip of your fingers to the tip of your elbow.
They give you a bib too.
And they give you a bib.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One day, if I'm just feeling bold, I'm just gonna go full Scarface into that bag one day and just
You are?
one day
I'm
you're
down.
gonna hear me like gurgling in there.
Is he alive?
You see bubbles coming out of it.
This is how I die.
I'm gonna die a Cajun spicy death.
I'm gonna die in kicking sauce.
That's so gross.
I almost feel like they should have a shower there.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know?
they should. Just a shower and
Bring a change of clothes.
yeah, change your clothes. Yeah,
I've come to realize that you've gone to a good restaurant when the next morning you go to the bathroom and it smells exactly like the food you ate the
Yeah.
night before.
I don't love that you just said that. That's disgusting.
there's no doubt.
Yeah.
What you ate.
The only thing is I can't eat Korean barbecue and then go to work the next day because I run a lot at my work.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I'm leaving trails. If you're looking for me and I have Korean barbecue the night before, it's not gonna be hard to find me.
It's gonna be easy to tell.
Yeah, rabbit trails.
Nasty, Tony. Nasty.
I love it. You know, it's November. We get. I think we'll be talking about food a lot too.
Yeah,
Oh man,
definitely.
I love food.
I love
Oh,
food.
definitely.
We literally just had poke and
Lechon.
lechon.
We had a little
And I had
feast.
mochi.
Ooh, and mochi. Oh, I'm surprised you didn't bring the mochi in
I
here.
had 3 already.
Whoa.
Oh, Brooke,
I like mochi.
getting
Man.
down with
There's
the
only
mochi.
3 left.
Whoa. All right. All right.
Getting
She's
down
not playing
with the
around with her
mochi.
ice cream. She's not messing around.
I don't mess when it comes to ice cream, okay?
No.
I love ice cream.
The best is when you bite in the mochi and it's rock hard. Because it looks soft.
So soft and just
Hurts your
perfect.
teeth.
It was perfect.
Ah,
I
hurts
loved
my
it.
teeth. Can't do it.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I have jacked up teeth though. They're sensitive.
it's okay.
It's okay.
I have a sensitive tooth. That
Yeah.
one.
It's all right.
Speaking of rock hard,
What?
Nice transition.
Black Adam.
I was thinking a few different ways that could go. I don't know why.
That's the reason why I said it that way.
Black Adam.
Let me say that again and look at you differently. Speaking of rock hard,
Ew.
I'm on the 75 hard.
I'm embarrassed.
Black Adam. We just saw Black
Yeah.
Adam. That just came out, you guys.
Yep.
And gosh, The Rock looks really good as Black Adam.
He's a
does.
huge guy.
He does.
He
He's a big
didn't
man.
need any filler for his costume.
I would hope not.
Dude, he had the costume designers take measurements of every single part of his body.
Every
Yeah.
muscle.
Yeah.
All the 12 muscles that are just in
I'm
one
pretty
arm.
sure they had to take measurements of every vein that was popping out of his arm too.
That's right.
It was probably just like a skin tight.
Dude is huge, and you know what? He stepped up the game for people who are taking superhero roles.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
You think?
Oh yeah, by actually committing to the role and fitting into that superhero costume without
Yeah.
padding.
Yeah. I mean,
Do you
he
think people
knows.
are padding?
Oh yeah,
Oh, they definitely do.
and I'm not hating on the guys.
Yeah.
I mean, it's genetics, you know, and you know if you want to do it the right way, you're not going to take any kind of supplements or steroids, you know? Like a lot of people, dude, the guy from the Northman,
Yeah.
Alexander Skarsgård.
Oh, yeah.
Dude got huge.
That's what
Yeah.
we're talking about. Yeah, man.
You know?
Him or Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy
for
does
the
it.
role of
yeah.
Bane.
Christian Bale
Christian
does
Bale.
that stuff.
Yeah.
I guess I'm wrong in saying that he stepped up in the game. Like other guys do it too.
He's
But
just
there's
already a
huge, but-
huge guy.
There's a lot of them that do wear the padding. Like I know there's that famous instance in this is a TV show, but in The Boys, the guy Anthony Starr.
Oh, yeah.
he wears padding.
Yeah, oh,
in
yeah.
his suit, Homelander, and that was when Jensen Ackles joined the cast.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't know about the padding, so Jensen Ackles actually worked out really hard.
He actually got way
put on-
too big for his
yeah,
costume.
he put on a bunch of muscle, and he showed up to set the first day, and Anthony Starr was like, You didn't need to do that. Like, we have padding. Like, you don't have to get that big. Like,
Well,
we'll make you just look big.
I'd want to get in shape for a role like
Well,
that.
come on.
Yeah,
If you
take
could do it,
advantage
why
of it.
not?
Yeah.
You got the money. Hire
Yeah.
the trainer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. And if you don't have to cook for yourself, hire someone to
You
cook all
don't
your
have
meals.
to cook for
What's the
yourself.
guy?
That's the dream.
What's the
freaking
guy's name from the
life.
Eternals? Kumail Nanjiani. Dude, he got ripped.
Yeah. He's funny. I like him.
He Stuber. He's from Stuber with Dave
That's right.
Bautista.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
He got ripped.
Yeah.
But yeah, Black Adam was. I can't even talk. I said
English.
Black Adam was great. I'm typically not a fan of the DCEU or it's called DCU now.
Right. DCU, as
movies.
I found out.
Just because they've been pretty bad.
Yeah, they're hit and miss.
I think the Zack Snyder cut of Justice League was great. I wish that came out first. I liked Wonder Woman #1, Wonder Woman 84. Brooke and I actually haven't really seen the final version yet. We saw it like years before
Like
it actually
2 years
came out.
before because COVID
Because
hit.
COVID hit,
But
yeah.
we saw a preview taping of it before.
And I'll tell you what, I ripped that movie apart at the end when they asked for, like, they asked us questions. I wrote essays for every question.
Yeah.
My answers were so simple. I liked it. I liked the movie.
I liked Aquaman.
First Aquaman is good.
Yeah.
First Aquaman is good.
Shazam was great.
Shazam's good. The first Wonder Woman is good.
Yeah.
The Snyder cut of Justice League is good. I really think the director's cut of Batman v Superman is good.
Dawn of Justice?
Yeah, Dawn of Justice. I think it's legit. I really like it. It's a long movie, but it's good.
My two favorites just happen to be made by James Gunn. And it's Suicide Squad and Peacemaker.
Yeah.
Peacemaker technically shouldn't count because it's a show, but
It's in the the universe.
it's part
though.
of it.
It's in the universe.
So good though.
Yeah.
Every episode was great.
Yeah. Oh,
Funny,
it's so good.
You know.
And sometimes really sad and dramatic
Yeah.
and serious too. It had a lot of that as well.
But with Black Adam, you can tell, like, this is supposed to be part 1 of Phase 1, like the first movie to kick off Phase 1. You could tell that I think they're trying to be different from Marvel, but you can tell that they took some tips from Marvel,
Yeah.
and I think they pulled it off really well. They pulled it off. This is The Rock's highest grossing movie, I think,
As a leading
It
man.
is.
as a leading man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
Big box office.
I like
The critics hated it, but fans love it. You know?
Yeah, yeah. Well, you know.
If you're sitting there analyzing the movie, you might hate it. You know?
And we're doing non-spoiler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm not somebody who sits there and analyzes movies. I just like to enjoy them as they come.
Yeah.
So I'm not a big critic.
I usually with movies like this, like with Marvel movies, like I know a lot about Marvel. I know a good amount about DC
Yeah.
stuff too. Like those are the movies I tend to sit there and like pick apart. And Brooke knows, like I'll lean over and whisper to her stuff, you know. And she,
It's not supposed to be like that. It
Yeah.
should be like this. Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, just enjoy the movie.
it's
They
hard
have
for,
to do it this way because the storyline is going this way.
it's hard for me to enjoy it because, and I think I'm gonna speak on behalf of a lot of people. It's hard for me to enjoy it because I grew up
With the comic.
reading
Yeah.
these stories
Yeah.
and knowing these characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to see it the way that I read it, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
I agree with that. Or, you know, like for me, obviously I'm more of a Batman. That's my favorite character. And so for me, I love all the different iterations, you know, of the story. But I also am a big... Oh, it's...
Uh-oh.
Oh, bummer.
I have enough storage.
Wonder why it stopped.
Do we keep talking? Do we stop?
I mean,
Keep
the
talking.
audio's still rolling.
Play it. Press go.
You just don't know when it stopped.
No.
That's okay. We can
Yeah.
just keep talking and
Well,
Do
we'll at least
something
have the
about
audio
it.
version.
we'll do something about
Yeah.
it.
But yeah, anyway, I was talking about Batman. For me, I really like the different versions of it, and because there's so many different comic storylines and so many different like eras of Batman,
Yeah.
it's kind of fun to just see, what they're going to come up with. So like I'm very open minded to seeing where they take it and where the direction goes. But at the same time, like they have to stay true to like who the character is. Mm-hmm. So for me, it's like I want to see you tell a great story with Batman, and people like to borrow from different. This is true more with Batman than with other ones, but like they borrow from different comic books and they borrow from different storylines, and they sort of make their own story with a 2 or 3, like this newest one, the Batman. There's obviously they're taking elements of a couple different comic books and creating a story with it, which is really cool.
Yeah.
But they're staying true to the character, and that's my biggest gripe is when I watch a character that I know and love. I don't mind if you take the story somewhere different or you change some details, but don't change who the character is.
Yeah,
If the character is not true to if the Batman is not true to who he's supposed to be, and he does something that's completely out of character for him, that pisses me off.
People will legit walk out.
Yeah, that's what really makes me mad is when they make a character and they do something completely out of character for them.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, you don't understand the source material.
And I see the other side of it too. And people are like, well, you gotta accept change, and you gotta realize like not a lot of things translate into movies, but it's a different time now. CGI, all this other stuff. You can make things translate now.
Yeah, for sure. There's like the sky's the limit. And this going back to Black Adam, like there's one gripe I have with the movie, and I don't know how you find the balance. But one of the gripes I have is there's a lot of CGI in the movie. It's like a lot, and
I liked it.
It's
you liked all the CGI?
Some of it's really cool. I'll say I'm a sucker for the slow mo. I don't care. Like if there's I don't care. Like give me all the slow mo shots. I think they're so cool. That's not really the CGI that I don't like. That stuff's cool. What I didn't like is like the constant explosions and the constant like, it seems like for me, I like fight scene choreography. I like the kind of the down and dirty more
in which the movie did have. It had some pretty cool fight scenes.
It has some really cool like legit fight scenes that are, where you can kind of track what's going on. But then there's also like a lot of like flying around and explosions and lasers and zapping and lightning and it's just so much. It's like sensory overload. So that's my only gripe with the movie. And DC, even though I'm a big DC fan, I like DC way more than Marvel. The DC movies, they're way more guilty of it than the Marvel movies. It seems like Marvel movies, although the newer Marvel movies have that big problem with this too, but a lot of the classic ones, like the first Avengers, all the Captain America movies, like they're really good. Like they strike a perfect balance. With not too much CGI and like enough real choreography. Like they strike a really good balance. In these DC movies, they haven't quite figured it out.
They haven't figured out.
It
seems like the other thing that they haven't really figured out yet is humor.
Yeah,
there was a lot of humor in Black Adam, in which I was telling you this when we walked out of the movie. I don't remember Black Adam ever being humorous.
No, not at all.
He's always super serious, quick to fight. Yeah, which he is quick to fight in the movie.
Definitely.
But it's weird to see The Rock go. What does he say? Tell them the man in black sent you.
Yeah,
and then he does eyebrow.
Yeah, but it's so low key where it's still so serious that it's
and you know what I see why they had to do it because it's a man out of time movie. You could have done it differently though. Like you don't always have to do man out of time. If a man's out of time, he could especially with Black Adam. He can be a rageful man out of time. Like, what the heck am I doing here?
Yeah.
Zap you, zap you. Dust.
Yeah. it could have been just handled a little differently. I think so. Yeah. Probably. Yeah. But overall, it was very enjoyable.
I'd buy it on DVD.
And I think it's definitely worth DVDs. A rewatch. I buy DVDs too, for sure. Blu-ray. Or Blu-rays.
Blu-ray digital copy.
Yeah.
I like to put them on my iPhones.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I play it on my PS4.
Ooh.
Wow.
I do.
So high tech.
So, yeah, kind of.
It's a PS4.
PS4 is...
PS5 is out already, ladies. So
Yeah.
I know it was sarcasm.
Oh, okay.
Oh, nice. Sorry.
gosh,
These
you know,
guys. These guys.
Didn't give you enough credit. I'm really sorry about that.
Whatever.
it was enjoyable. It was enjoyable for me.
Yeah.
I'd rewatch it again, and it's not usual for me to say of a DC movie.
Right. Like they're just hit and miss.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, not all of them are great. There are some good ones and there are some bad ones. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh, and stick around for the end credit scene.
Yes. If it hasn't been spoiled for you on TikTok or Instagram already,
If you don't already know about
some
it,
Facebook article or whatever, yeah, it's super cool.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You like what I did there? Anyways,
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we've done a lot of viewing this week.
We have
We've done a lot of viewing.
Black Adam, House of the Dragons.
House
I
of
feel
the
I feel like I
Dragon.
get that title wrong every
House
time.
of the Dragon.
I think it's just
House of the
dragon.
Dragon.
Yeah, just one dragon.
Even though there are like 13 dragons in this
Yes.
show.
Yeah.
Just
wrapped.
We can do spoilers for this one because it was a show. I feel like we
Yeah,
can talk about
the
it.
first-
Season one just wrapped.
So
first
if
season
you
just
haven't
ended.
watched,
on this video.
then I would pause and go finish watching. Because
Yeah, I
we'll
mean,
probably just talk about
By the
things.
time this airs, it will have been a minute. You know,
yeah,
since
Yeah,
the
Black
couple of
Adam
weeks.
too, but
So you've got time. Hopefully you've seen it. But man, yeah, that was a heck of a way to end the season.
I knew it was going to happen.
The very ending,
Yeah.
or really?
Yeah.
Well, okay, so I was talking to my friend Nick. Shout out Nick.
Hello, Nick.
Hi, Nick.
Who's been following
Come
the
do
show
some
too.
audiovisual stuff for us.
come
Yeah.
to Korean
Nice.
barbecue with us.
And we were talking about it, and he's like, "Yeah, as soon as what is it, Lucerys?
I'm serious, yeah. Luke. You just say Luke. Yeah, they
As
call
soon
him
as
Luke.
Luke lands, and you see the freaking Aemon's dragon.
Yeah.
I forget the name of the dragon. Valerian. I know it's not it. Anyway, as soon as Vagar. As soon as you see Vagar in the rain, you're like, oh, he's gonna die.
You instantly,
Like,
you just
he's
know.
He's
Dude,
dead. He's
there were
dead.
2 times I got chills when
Yeah.
it was just thunder and lightning and you just see a silhouette just kind of rise up.
Yeah.
And you saw it on his face too. He was like, dang, I'm
Everyone
done.
knows this dude is
I'm
toast.
done.
He's
and
toast.
then when he's flying in the air
Yeah.
and above the clouds,
Yeah.
you see this huge freaking silhouette that is like quadruple his size. And you're like, dude,
Terrifying.
just give up now, man.
Yeah.
Just fly right into that dragon's
yeah,
mouth.
fly right into his mouth. Yeah.
Brick's about to cry.
He didn't. Okay, this kid, I feel so bad for him.
Luke?
Yeah, he didn't want to go. Right? It was
Well,
his brother's idea.
It was his brother's
He
idea.
didn't want to go. You could see it on his face, but he didn't want to disappoint his
but
mom.
he had duties.
Yeah.
I didn't mean that in a duty like, dude, I got to
He
do
had a
duty way.
He had a
responsibility.
Yeah.
responsibility. I thought you said it on purpose.
No.
He had a responsibility that he needed to fulfill because he also knows that he's growing into a man.
Right.
And he's supposed to be taking control of a spot too. He's supposed to be king of an area.
And
Of
River
Driftmark.
Oh,
Of
Driftmark.
Driftmark.
He's supposed to inherit the Driftmark.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, and they speak about that in the beginning of this last episode, which is, you know, if you really think about it, at the beginning of the episode and at the end of the episode, it's kind of heartbreaking. You know?
Yeah, she loses 2 kids.
Yeah.
How gnarly.
my.
And dude, there have been some pretty gnarly like kill scenes in Game of Thrones. This was the hardest for me to watch.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Yeah.
She is it still is it counted as stillbirth?
Yeah,
I think
it was,
so.
it was
Yeah,
a
yeah.
stillbirth. Because she goes, I think it's because she goes into shock about one,
Her dad
father's,
passing away.
yeah, and then her throne getting swiped out from
usurped,
under
yeah.
her.
Well, yeah, because what's her name says the Greens are coming for you, and the second she says
Yeah.
that, she goes, "Oh,
Yeah.
what the heck?" She
Yeah.
gets stressed,
And
you
she's
know?
not due. That's the thing. Right?
Yeah.
'Cause
She's
not actually
like-
due for.
3 months, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really hard to see. Even her like maidens were like, "Let us help you," and she was just doing it by herself.
Yeah, and I think in the
She didn't let anybody touch the baby.
I think in the book it's she goes through that for 3 days.
Oh wow.
She wrapped
Yeah.
the baby herself.
Yeah, but the hard part was, and I'd never thought I'd see this in a show, let alone Game of Thrones. But you see the baby like come out, and
Just
she pulls the baby
Full
out, and it
on.
flat on like
Limps
splats on the ground.
around.
And
Yeah,
you're just
I mean,
like.
they like didn't pull any punches.
And the one thing that this show is doing that's different from Game of Thrones is the sensory overload.
Yeah, yeah,
Because they're really good with the audio side.
yeah. They really are.
The noises that came out of that just made me go, oh,
Yeah.
you know.
they're really showing too, like how dangerous birth is.
Oh yeah,
Well, especially
Back
you
then.
know, in a medieval setting.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, this show overall is like, I feel like the sex and nudity is turned way down, and
But
the graphic,
gruesome-
like gruesome nature is kind of turned way up.
Yeah.
yeah.
And also
Which
not
actually
in the
I would-
conventional
Yeah.
ways. It's not like
Yeah.
oh, it's just a bunch of guys getting beheaded. Like it's like stuff that you don't really.
I prefer
expect.
it this way though.
Oh, this is no. I prefer it this way.
Yeah.
sure.
But I was on TikTok.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, I've seen a few TikToks that were saying like this baby is supposed to have like actual like dragon scales
Yeah,
on it.
yeah.
And if you look, like she does look, you know, like different
Yeah,
than a human baby
Well,
would.
Yeah, and she is having there like it's flashing to like
To Cyrex.
to the dragon, her dragon.
It's Cyrex, yeah.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
So I wonder, I don't know what that means really, but
It's the
is it because she has a connection to
it's
the
the
dragon?
connection to the dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The dragon can sense her pain at the
Right.
same time.
Right.
That's really cool.
yeah.
I really love the details that they have going on with this show.
I think it's a little
Yeah.
bit more detailed than Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
I think so.
And I think we're all catching on to it more too because I want to say like now TikTok's a thing. It wasn't a thing when Game of Thrones was happening. So now everybody's piecing all the pieces together.
Yeah.
You know.
There were like I remember the last couple seasons of Game of Thrones. There was a lot of YouTube videos, like
yeah.
a ton. Fan theories. There's entire channels with like thousands of subscribers dedicated to lore and fan theories
Yeah.
on YouTube, which there is for this show too. But then with the TikTok now as well, it's more digestible sometimes.
Yeah.
If you're not always on YouTube, some people are only on TikTok and they don't go on YouTube as much. And it's shorter form. You get like
Yeah.
more information in a little short segment.
I don't know if you guys have seen this, but I've been seeing a lot of meme pictures saying Shrek walked so House of the Dragon could run. And
I've seen that.
guys, for the people who are making House of the Dragon, people aren't dumb. They're catching on to you.
Allison
Allison
and Fiona.
dresses the same way as Fiona. The part when, what was it, Rhaenys comes out of the ground with the dragon.
Yeah.
That happens in Shrek too.
Right, with the dragon, right?
You know, and then not even with just Shrek too. With that part we were talking about when Aemon's flying above Luke and the
Yeah.
dragon. How to
That's
Train Your
right.
Dragon.
Yeah.
I've seen those TikToks where like the comments saying, Eamon hasn't finished his How to Train Your Dragon course yet.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about that a little bit. Like, I thought, like, dude, why the heck Luke, you just escaped. You
Yeah.
went through those cliffs. You just escaped. Why the crap would you fly up on your stupid small dragon and try
think
to
you're
light that big dragon on fire?
No, but
But the thing that happens is exactly how Luke dies.
Yeah.
Aemon's dragon didn't listen to him. He doesn't have full control of the dragon.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it clicked. I'm like, dude, Luke didn't have full control of the
Right.
dragon
No.
because as
Right.
he flew away, he said,
"You serve me,
serve me, serve me, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, these kids are too young. They don't have full control of the dragon.
It's
And
a baby dragon.
Yeah, and it's so
the
different.
dragon was scared.
So different from when the Khaleesi's was on her dragon. You know, she
Yeah.
had
Right.
full control of Drogon.
Yeah.
And even sometimes she didn't have control, right? Because they're beasts. Like we don't
Right.
have full control of our dogs.
She didn't have full control when they were kids.
Yeah.
But by the
Yeah.
time she was full on dragon riding, when it came to fighting against the White Walkers and lighting all of what's it called on fire at the
Yeah.
end,
Yeah.
she had full control.
Yeah, yeah.
But then also, Aemon's dragon, Vhagar, is a war dragon, so he's trained to destroy and fight and kill.
That dragon is doing whatever he wants.
Yeah.
Well,
And that's a
the other
scary
thing.
freaking dragon.
You
Yeah.
got the young dragon, the small dragon, who panics and decides to, in a moment of fight or flight, try and attack the big dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the big dragon, as soon as it gets hit, it goes, "I don't care what you tell me. Like I'm killing this
Yeah.
thing." Because it's a war veteran. Like that dragon's
Yeah.
basically a Valyrian war veteran.
Yeah.
It's seen many battles. So as soon as it gets hit, it's like, I don't care what this kid tells me.
That's
that-
so sad.
The guy
this
was just
dragon.
like, what the hell?
Yeah.
You know what he
And
did?
then
That
Aemon
dragon
knew he
that's not the
messed
first
up.
dragon that dragon has killed.
You know what that
Yeah.
was? Mess around and find out.
Yeah.
Mess
yeah,
around
yeah.
and find out. You're going to
Yeah.
wake up in the middle of that dragon's belly.
Yeah.
I wonder how that conversation's gonna go down though when he goes back. To
Well, so a
home.
lot of people were asking also, like, how does Damon know that Luke died?
Yeah.
are
So-
saying they
so-
see the
the
remains
got
of the
back to him.
The
dragon.
remains of the dragon actually washes up on shore of what are they at?
Dragonstone?
Dragonstone, and they actually find the remains and they assume
Probably, yeah.
yeah.
Or it could even be, it could even also just be he never came back. And the last person to see him alive was the people at
Yeah.
Storm's End. And what's the last thing that happened? Aemon tried to attack him and kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then the kid leaves and no one sees him again.
Yeah.
So, it could also be like, oh, well, last time anyone saw him alive, Aemon was trying to kill him and now he's gone. So,
You guys- There's gonna be some crazy stuff happening in next season.
I'm ready
Yeah.
for Rhaenyra to tell Damon, go ahead, do whatever you want, and him just unleash on everyone.
All I gotta say is a son for a son.
Oh,
That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
Because I know what's happening. A son for a son.
Yeah.
An eye for an eye.
Eye for an eye.
And a son for a son. Yeah, it's gonna be trippy.
but the way she looked at the end after
Oh, she's
Damon,
ready for blood.
when Damon told her, is
Yeah.
the same look Daenerys had when Missandei,
Yeah.
Yeah,
when
when
she
Missandei's
died.
killed. Yeah.
Which
So
also
she's out for
happens to
blood.
be the same look when I eat too much kimchi at Korean barbecue. Just when I realize, I turn around, I'm just like,
I think you guys don't want to go to Korean barbecue with us anymore.
no, come to
you
Korean
do.
barbecue
You
with us, you
definitely
guys. Yeah.
You do. We have good time, and then we stink like
Yeah, you literally have to
and-
shower after
ugh,
Korean barbecue.
You have to take a shower after.
You
It's
don't
so
have
gross.
to. If you like that smell, I'll just keep it on me
I
for a
don't
little
love
bit.
waking up in the middle of the night and just smelling it in my sheets, in my
Oh, that's a good
hair.
smell.
Ugh. I have long hair though, so
Yeah, it's different.
it's different.
Did we hit all of our topics we want to talk about?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
so.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
House of the Dragon. Good ending. Can't wait for season 2.
Isn't it in like 2 years?
Next year it's gonna start.
People
Next
are
year.
saying 2 years.
No, 2023. I'm not waiting 2 whole
2
years.
2 years sounds like a long time.
I've only heard 2 years. You're the only one I've heard from that says 1
I
year.
read
That sounds
2023.
suspiciously long.
Yeah.
I will not have a good time if I have to wait 2 years. I'm gonna
Yeah.
forget what happens.
Well, if it really is 2 years, then I'm gonna watch the whole first season over again beforehand.
Maybe I'll even read the books.
Yeah, you are in a book reading kick.
I am.
Yeah, you are.
I read 3 books in 5 days, and then I
Dang.
just did, last week I read Jeanette McCurdy's book. That one was hard.
What is
the
that
whole
called?
book?
What was it called? I'm glad my mom
I'm
died.
glad my mom died.
You read the whole book already?
Yeah,
pretty dark title.
that one's it's like it makes you feel a lot of different things, but a lot of the time I felt like sick reading it because it's just kids shouldn't be raised that way.
I don't read, but I finally finished Dr. Disrespect's memoir. Dr.
Nice.
Disrespect.
You didn't.
Let's go.
You didn't read it. You listened to it.
I
finished
just
it.
said I did.
You
I don't
finished it.
read. I finished it.
Oh.
Finish the book, though.
Somebody save me, please.
Somebody
Save! You know what that look is? Can you guys sing on key, please?
That's the exact thought I had in my head.
You know what that look is? I don't know what that's from.
Yeah, oh, that too. That too.
I haven't seen
That
that.
too.
Whatever, Jeremy.
I was homeschooled for like a year.
What's wrong with being homeschooled?
That's exactly what
There's
was
nothing wrong with being homeschooled, okay? I may want to homeschool my kids.
Yikes.
You already know.
Yeah, I already know. Yeah, I already know.
Whatever.
Guys, next week we hopefully have our first special guest, I think.
Yeah.
Guys, we're going to be talking about all things music next
Yeah.
week.
Yeah.
Yep.
We don't just talk about movies. Like we are music people.
We're musicians.
We're musicians. And we have our really close friend coming, and he's done some pretty cool music stuff. And
Yes.
we're stoked to have him on. He's wild. He's funny.
He's a very talented drummer.
Yeah, but also really funny too.
He's really funny.
We just saw him on Monday. We went to go a concert. Amberlyn was the headliner, and also one of my favorite bands. Shout out Amberlyn. John was there. His name is John. Our friend John's coming in. We'll next week we'll talk about like more things that he's done. Music.
More
John and I
John
used to be
later.
neighbors.
Yeah.
But we didn't,
John, we can't wait to have
didn't
you on. How are we? Oh yeah, I wanted to end, guys. It's November.
know. You guys, we didn't even clap in.
I know we didn't clap in this time.
Or last
We'll
week.
clap
Taking a
out.
little clap sabbatical.
Claps.
Our
Yeah,
hands are tired
Yeah.
from
hands are
clapping.
too tired. Yeah, are we gonna? Should we clap
We'll
out?
clap out. We'll clap out.
Okay, we
Yeah.
clap.
Brooke, you want to do the honors?
Okay.
Since we didn't clap in the beginning.
Okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3.